everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another roster reveal. So sorry if I look tired, it's because I am. That's that. Moving on. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shannon and I am cabin crew. So once a month I come on here and I do my roster reveals and I basically recap on the last month if anything changed. I then go ahead and share what my bids were for the next month and then I tell you what my roster for the month actually looks like. So let's get on with it, shall we? What changes were there for October's roster? So I started October off with the very end of a San Francisco trip. That went all to plan, went really well, had a really nice time there. Then I had a short haul block and there were some changes here, so just bear with me. I night stopped in Inverness, that was all fine. Then the next day, came home, went to Venice, night stopped in Venice. The weather was rubbish, so I didn't get to do a vlog for you guys, which I was gutted about, but it is what it is. After that, when I came home from Venice, I was meant to go straight on for a night stop in Munich. That never happened because we were so delayed, so they had to change the aircraft and change the crew. So another crew went to Munich and had a little night stop there, so they were very lucky. We unfortunately had to just come back and do our little Glasgow there and back at the end of that, which was a pain because it meant that I just spent more money on petrol driving to and from Heathrow, which is obviously so much fun. I love doing that. And then after that I had a Lisbon there and back. That was all the same. My next trip after that was meant to be a Delhi. I didn't end up going to Delhi, so I had the first day was written off and then the next 2 days I had airport standby. So if you follow me on Instagram then you already know that I survived the first day of airport standby. And then the day after, I ended up surviving about an hour and then I got called for a Croatia there and back. So that wasn't too bad. I had nice crew, so that's good. As I'm filming this, we're actually on the 26th of October. But because my next trip goes over these next few dates, I can't film my roster reveal any later because otherwise it won't go up on time. So my last trip is a there and back to Rome followed by an LA, which is with my girls. So if you watched last month's roster then you already know about those trips. They haven't happened yet as I'm filming this, so hopefully they all go to plan. But I'll have to let you know about those trips in the next roster because like I said, if I don't film this now, you guys won't get a roster reveal on the first of the month, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Hopefully they don't change because obviously I really want to go to LA with the girls. Fingers crossed that all stays the same. So that's everything for October. There's quite a few changes there actually. So moving on to my bids for November, and I feel like I never explain what the bidding system is. So bidding essentially means that we get a little bit of a say into what trips we do in the month. I basically class it as the equivalent to going into your boss or your manager and saying, could I potentially have this day off? Is there any way I could do this day off? Or is there any way I can do this because I know the person that's going to be there, blah, blah, blah. However, obviously airlines are huge companies, so there's no way that they would ever get anything done if they had people coming to them doing that. So we have like an online system that kind of does it for us. Every month before the rosters come out, about a week or two before the rosters come out for the month, we are allowed to go in and select what we call our bids for the month. And you basically get a certain amount of points that you can put on each bid, which is why they call it bidding, I guess. So you can either choose to have a couple of days off, you can choose to go on a certain trip. If there's a certain destination you would like to go to on a certain date, you can ask for that. But it's never ever guaranteed that you're going to get this. It's just sort of the airline's way of you being able to have a little bit of a say in your roster. It doesn't always go to plan. Sometimes people don't get any of their bids for the month. Some people do really, really well and they get all of them. But yeah, that's essentially what the bids are. It's kind of a good thing, but also if you then don't get what you want, it ends up being more of a negative thing. But you can't have it your way every month, unfortunately. So I'm going to move over so then you guys can see all of my bids just here. So the priority for this month was one thing. I literally had one single thing that I wanted to get for November, and let me share what that was. So basically back in March 2022 I trained with a beautiful group of people, and me and 4 other girls made really, really good friends. So me, Emily, Josie, Grace and Sarah, we all have a little group chat that we chat on every single day and they're just the best. And basically Josie, who you already would have met in the last set of Disney California vlogs, is having her 30th birthday in November, and obviously she is a huge Disney fan, and we had a plan. The aim was for all 5 of us to try and bid for LA over a certain amount of days in order for all of us to go to Disneyland together and celebrate Josie's birthday. So that was the plan. That was the one singular thing that we had as a priority for November. So in order to have the best chance of getting this trip that we wanted, we had to put a few bids in place. So my bids for November go like this. I bidded for, wow, 4 different flight numbers that go on a certain date to LA. So those 4 flights are the inbound and outbound flights. So basically, I bidded for an outbound flight on the 380 for a certain date to LA. And then I also bidded for the inbound flight coming back that would match with that trip. And then I also put a bid in for a different flight number for the 777 flight that goes out on a certain date to LA. And then the inbound flight for that exact same trip again. So that's 4 flight numbers. And then just to top it all off, I added a generic LA bid for that specific date. And basically, me and all of the girls tried to do exactly the same bids, just so that basically we could maximize our chances of getting this trip. So those were my 5 bids: 4 flight numbers for an LA on a certain date, and then a generic LA for the same date. So I literally didn't bid for anything else other than that one singular trip. So I was kind of accepting the fact that the rest of my roster could be the absolute shambles, as long as I got a trip to go to LA with the girls to celebrate Josie's birthday, because that would literally be a dream. The dates that it kind of falls on is a very similar time to when we actually got our wings 2 years ago, which basically means we graduated as cabin crew. So it's kind of like a birthday trip and a little anniversary for all of us as well. So based on that, this is what my roster actually looks like. The first trip I have in November is a Delhi. Again, I don't know why they think I love Delhi, because I don't. I had one in September, I had one in October. Granted, I didn't go to it, but still I had one rostered. And now I've got one rostered in November as well. Honestly, but I think the timing of this Delhi trip might be a better option to go to the Taj Mahal again. Anyway, Delhi's a 3-day trip, so we get about 24 hours there. Last month I was rostered the Delhi trip that started a little bit later, and the time before that I was on the earlier Delhi, and I think this time I'm on the earlier Delhi as well, it looks like. So that means it might be decent timing to try the Taj Mahal again. I'm gonna see what the crew are saying. I'm gonna see if any of them feel up for it. I was trying to swap off the trip, but I just think how cool would it actually be to go to the Taj Mahal, and I think November's quite a good time to go from what I've heard. So I don't know, we'll see. 24 hours in Delhi in India. Whether I'll go to the Taj Mahal or not, I don't know, but if not, it'll be fine. I can just chill, enjoy the hotel there, because it is a really lovely hotel there, and get some editing done whilst I'm there as well. So I need to crack on with these Disney vlogs, don't I? But anyway, that is my first trip for the month. After that, I have 2 days worth of short haul. So my first day, I fly to Barcelona and back, and then I night stop in Frankfurt. And then the day after, I come home from Frankfurt, and then I do a little Brussels there and back. So not too bad. It's quite busy. Doing a 2-day 6 sector is quite tough, but it'll be fine. Also this month, I have 5 days of available days, which is so exciting. Available days are basically days that could be anything. So I have 5 days, which means they could potentially turn into a long haul. It could be short haul and long haul. It could just be 5 days of short haul. Who knows? But I won't find out until the absolute latest. For each day, it will be the evening of the night before. So it could be really, really last minute. And that is literally like one of the last things I have in the month as well. So I'll literally have to cram all of the information last minute into the next roster reveal for you, so I actually can tell you what I've done. At the minute, they're all still available days. Nothing's changed yet. Sometimes they change well in advance, but they can also literally change the night before. So who knows? Could be going anywhere with that. Literally anywhere. There is also the option that they turn into non-ops, which is a non-operational day. So I could be sat at home for 5 days, which I could really do with, but my bank account would probably hate me. So I kind of would like it to turn into something. But when they do change, if they change into something, I will let you know in the next roster reveal. And then my last trip that I have to share with you is an LA. Before I get excited, I'm going to explain the details of the trip. So it's a 4-day trip, which means we get about 48 hours to spend in LA, and it's on the date that I wanted, and 4 out of 5 of us got the trip. So Josie and Grace are on one flight, me and Sarah are on the other flight happening on the day, and Emily is on annual leave. So I don't know how that's happened, because that's not helpful at all. But it also gives her the option to join us. So if she can't talk to scheduling and get something changed, she is gonna just come as a passenger and join us for the trip. So basically, as long as no trips and no flights get cancelled, all 5 of us are gonna be in LA at the same time. I actually can't believe we've managed it. How funny is that? All 5 of us. So we're going to Disneyland again, and I'm so excited. All 5 of us are going to be in the same place at the same time. Our first little holiday, and we're going to get to celebrate Josie's birthday. We're going to be able to celebrate our 2-year cabin crew anniversary. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just can't believe how we've done it. Like, I can't actually believe we've managed to do it. I'm so happy. It's going to be the best. And obviously, I'm going to vlog it, because not only do you guys want to see that, but we need those memories documented 100%. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be Christmas. It's going to be Christmas in Disneyland, in the Disneyland Resort. Oh my God. Can you tell I'm excited? Oh my God, I could cry. Oh, it's so funny actually, because we've been talking about this trip for so long. Like, it's been months in the making, where we've been like, this is what we're gonna do. November, make sure you don't have any other priorities. This is the trip we're going for. And somehow we've managed it. And I just hope and pray. Everyone have your fingers and legs and eyes crossed. Maybe not your eyes crossed. But yeah, we really want to go on this trip. I'm so excited. Anyway, that is my whole roster for November. Any changes, obviously I will let you know in the next roster, but hopefully we've got some really good vlogs coming out. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching this roster reveal. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.